In this video, we will show you how to manage users and user permissions. Here, as you can see, is the dashboard of the Mirah platform. From here, to be able to manage users, in the upper right-hand corner, we're going to click on the institute name, and then in this dropdown, we're going to click on Manage Users. This is a list compiled from your EHR system, which has all of your providers on it. If you wanted to search for a specific provider, we could go over to this search bar here and type in their name. In this list, you can also see who's enabled and who isn't. Look over to the right. There's a column here titled Enabled. This is going to display which of these providers are enabled and which are not. The X shows not enabled, and then the checkmark shows that they are enabled. When someone is enabled, they can get into the Mirah platform and can access the system. If someone's not enabled, they will be given an error when they attempt to log in and will not gain access to Mirah. To enable a provider, go to their row in which their name appears, and on the right-hand side, we're going to click on Details. You'll see at the top here, we have a Re-enable Provider button. Once we click on that Re-enable Provider button, that provider is now enabled and will have access to Mirah until you disable them. So now this provider is enabled. We can send them a welcome email through this platform, which is just an email that notifies the provider that they've been enabled and invites them to log in. So that's how you enable a provider. Now let's discuss disabling a provider. Under the provider's profile, we see here at the bottom a button that says Disable Provider. When we click that, it immediately disables the provider and they will no longer have access to Mirah. I'm going to re-enable this provider for now so we can walk through a few more things. When you re-enable provider, down in the lower left-hand corner, you'll see a blue button that says Edit. Here is where we can view how we assign providers to organizations and align security permissions. So on this screen here, we can edit all of the provider's information, such as their name, their email, their phone number, and other demographic information. When we scroll down, we see a section titled Select Security Roles. So here you can assign a specific role to the specific provider. Different roles have different security permissions and therefore different access to Mirah. For example, a super user. This is a user that is managing all other users within the organization, so they have access to everything and have the ability to enable and disable providers. Most of your providers would most likely be subunit clinicians, as we can see right here. These users are logged into specific subunits. For more context, you can see the structure of your organization down here. Under Select User Organizations, you can click these boxes to log different providers into specific subunits, so they would only see patients within that specific subunit, whether it be primary care, addiction, etc. For super users, even if you put them into a specific subunit, they still have access to all subunits in the organization. Once we've assigned a provider their role, security permissions, and subunit, you click Save down here at the bottom. We have now completed the brief overview of how to manage users and user permissions.